My name is Chris Sossaman, and I am a local Arizona tea purveyor. We've got a beautiful line of Arizona teas, which highlight some of the wonderful, historic, iconic places around the Valley of the Sun and the state of Arizona. All my teas are fresh, loose leaf teas. They have different blenders from all over the world. Most of my teas come from 4 countries, so Sri Lanka, Taiwan, China, and India. So a wonderful, wonderful blend, an easy way to do iced tea in Arizona. Of course, we drink a lot of iced tea or hot tea. They're all good for both.
And what are some of the flavors you have?
Oh my goodness. Well, we have several black teas, white teas. We have an oolong, which is in between a green and a black. We have green teas. We have fruit tisans, which are basically like a fruit blend. And we have fruit and herbal teas, which are technically not a tea, but still brewed exactly like a tea, and they are naturally caffeine-free. No sugars, no additives, just wonderful tea blends.
And how did you come up with the names for your Arizona series?
That was the fun part. I love coming up with different blends. Usually I start with a name and I see what tea fits it. Like I have an Earl Zane Grey, so it's going to be a historic or just a traditional Earl Grey, touch of bergamot, lovely black tea, but we call it Zane Grey. I have Tonto Trails, Grand Canyon Delight, Picacho Puer, and a Puer is a lovely, lovely, very fermented, longer processed black tea. It's aged tea, so it's like the port of teas, and it's a wonderful digestif, so a perfect after dinner tea, and that's Picacho Puer. What are some of my, we have Praying Monk, which is the beautiful landmass on top of Camelback Mountain that looks at a certain angle, kind of looks like a praying monk, or just some historic places that if you've ever been to the Valley of the Sun or Arizona in general, you would we have Tombstone Rose, which the first ingredient is rose petals, and it's a fruit tisane, so it's going to be just naturally caffeine free, but full of wonderful floral flavors.
And how did you get started with tea?
I visited my first tea garden 25 years ago, and I think I've been hooked ever since. I had my very first cup of coffee in my 40s, so I've always been a tea drinker, teetotaler. Love it, love it. I drink, in Arizona, people say, well, you can't drink hot tea in Arizona. I have a pot of hot tea every morning. I have iced tea all throughout the day, and then I have a pot of hot tea at night before bed. So you can drink hot tea in Arizona.
And when did you start Tea Royalty?
Tea Royalty, actually I'm a tea educator. I went to tea classes in Kentucky to tea master school. Tea Royalty is sort of a way to express my lovely passion for tea, because I would do a tea talk on tea brewing or tea etiquette or tea history, and then people would say, well, where do I get this wonderful loose leaf tea? And so then I also have a product to carry to that they can have and take home.
And when did you start?
2019. 2013 is when we started officially, but it was probably in the development stages a little bit before that, a couple years before that.
Great. Well, thanks for being a part of
Thank
Sibley's
you.
West.
I appreciate it.